Well, we get a lot of emails and questions about the different types of cell phone technologies. You might have heard the words like CDMA and GSM, so we wanted to kind of walk through what are some of the basic differences between them, and it's appropriate because I'm actually on a CDMA network and you're on a GSM network.
That's true.
And
very true.
Obviously mine is much better, but we'll go through the differences there. We'll start with CDMA. CDMA is one of the more popular cell phone standards in North America, and the reason why it's just been around for a lot more years than the GSM standard has been. Stands for Code Division Multiple Access. I know it means absolutely nothing to you, and we don't have to go into the details of what that means. But essentially, you know, the two carriers up here in Canada, Bell and TELUS, you know, the two big ones, they run on CDMA. And GSM is obviously the other standard, Rogers.
Which is Rogers and FIDO. And GSM actually stands for Global System for Mobile Communications. And well, Mike will say that his network technology dominates in North America. GSM is actually the international standard.
Well, yes, there are a few more. I think CDMA users around the world, there's about 270 million.
All right, and for GSM, there's actually 1 billion.
Okay, you got me beat. Some other major differences as well with the GSM phones. You've got the SIM card as well.
Yes, that's definitely true. One of the benefits of the SIM card is that you can actually store all of your personal data right on that SIM card, and then you can transfer it over to another phone. If you're a business user that often likes to upgrade every year, year and a half, 2 years, I mean, I'm changing my phones all the time every time a new technology comes out. The SIM card will transfer over all of your contacts, all of your media. It's definitely a huge convenience.
So, yes, okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
But as far as data rates go, the CDMA networks still have the advantage there. They use a technology called EVDO, and you can get speeds of up to 2 megabits, and in practice that's about 700 kilobits. So in many cases it's just as fast as like a home or office DSL line. So what's good for that? Well, obviously if you're sending and receiving large attachments or doing mobile internet browsing, I've got one of these Motorola Qs with the Windows Mobile operating system on here, so I can look at things pretty quick, and GSM has a different standard.
It does. It actually runs off about 384 kilobytes per second, which is significantly slower than the CDMA standard, so you've got me beat there.
And in practice, that's about 70 to 140 kilobits, so kicking your butt.
There you go.
So a few different things to look at, you know, to try to decide which type of system that you want to go on. The first thing is, are you going to do any international traveling? And if you are,
GSM is definitely the way to go. It's carried in far more countries than, very much so in Europe as well. So it's definitely much easier if you're going to different countries to take GSM.
And secondly, big thing to look at, you know, what are your data transfer needs? If you're planning on doing a lot of like surfing and sending and receiving large email attachments, you know, video and that kind of stuff, the CDMA is probably the better way to go.
I would agree with that, definitely.
And finally, if you are someone, like you were saying, that upgrades their phones all the time, you know, the SIM card definitely does offer its advantages.
It does. It does. It makes it really easy to transfer all of your personal data, your address book, your media files right over and plug it into the new phone. So
two standards, GSM, CDMA, they both have their advantages. Obviously, you know, again, if you're more of an international traveler, the GSM network's the way to go.
It's true.
And if you're into data, which is kind of the cool thing to be in, CDMA.